everybody. Welcome to season 3 of Effortless. What a year it's been already. So, we left off with season 2 ending in December, right before the holidays. And it's now the end of April, beginning of May. And wow, the world has gotten a little different. And yeah, and it's absolutely nuts. I feel very grateful that I do have an online business in this time and that I can still connect with people virtually, that I'm used to connecting with people virtually. Um, and yeah, and so I guess that's really all I want to say about that. And I just want to kind of dive into what season 3 is going to be about. So I think I've said this like publicly before, but I think of effortless in seasons. My brain kind of works like that. And each season, I have sort of tried to come up with like a little bit of a theme, a little bit of a jumping off point for myself. And for season 3, I wanted to share with you some of the biggest, most like life changing slash business changing lessons that I have had to learn sometimes over and over and over again in my entrepreneurial journey. So, to kick it off, lesson number one, numero uno, is that nobody actually has it all figured out. And I mean, nobody, like no one, not even the person that you're thinking of right now. No one. No, period, one, period. Sure, there are people who are doing really well. There are people that have, success that you might find admirable. There are people that are making a ton of money, a lot of money. And sure, there are people, like me who know what they're doing every day when they sit down at their computer and like start their workday, right? There are people who pay their bills and live comfortably and support their spouses or partners or kids or whatever. Those people exist. I can attest to a lot of that firsthand. But those people don't have it all figured out. That's an impossible task because running a digital business, creating a business online, being a digital marketer, whatever you want to call this thing, this is like new territory, right? The rules change every day. And now I don't actually believe that there are rules. But what I'm trying to say is this: if you're waiting to have it all figured out, you'll be waiting forever because that's not coming. And that truly isn't the goal. At least that's not my goal. Not anymore. See, I spent a lot of time wishing I knew what others knew, wishing I had access to whatever this like secret was that I'm sure that these people had that I did not have, right? Like, was it Facebook ads? Was it buying followers? Was it a certain course or a certain group program or a certain coach? So desperate to know, like, what was it? And then I learned something pretty groundbreaking, and I'm going to share that with you right now. The breakthrough came when I started studying neurolinguistic programming, NLP. See, NLP is basically the study of success. How it came to be was that there was these linguists and they were studying and modeling successful people in their respective fields like psychology and hypnotherapy and psychiatry and things like that. And I think it's really important to understand, and I didn't understand this the first couple of times I heard it, that they were studying the people, not the disciplines. They weren't trying to learn more about like psychology or whatever. They were trying to understand the people and how they got to be so successful in their respective fields. And when that kind of clicked for me, I realized that's actually super instinctual. Like that's how babies learn, right? So like that's something that we could do kind of quite naturally. And so I really latched onto this idea and I decided that I was going to study and model successful people too. But then there comes that issue, which is an issue that I know a lot of online business owners face is like, how do you do that without just like straight up copying others or being another voice that says like the same shit as everyone else? And that kind of got me feeling a little stuck for a while. Because basically I, knew everything I didn't want to do, but I didn't know what to do instead. And so I kept coming back to this idea, this phrase of modeling, of studying people, of studying how they act, of studying what they say, and most importantly, studying what and how they think. And that's when it clicked for me. It actually had nothing to do with disciplines, nothing to do with like day-to-day action. It was about who they were being. See, I didn't need to go launch Facebook ads because so-and-so had Facebook ads. I didn't need to post 5 times a week to Instagram because so-and-so posted 5 times a week to Instagram. I needed to study who they were being. I needed to study what it meant to be a successful person. There's a difference in who you are being and what you are doing. Sounds a little weird, right? You've never really thought about it. But you can do things all day, and that doesn't necessarily impact who you are. I can do tasks all day without being a successful person, right? And so in the end, it's a lot less about what we do and a lot more about who we are being. And that idea really trips a lot of people up. It tripped me up for a long time because we want steps, we want formulas, we want, tell me what to do, tell me a specific order, tell me it'll guarantee results. I'll do it, I'll execute, right? But those things will never work if you're not being a successful person who's actually executing them. And more than likely, if you don't learn how to be successful, those steps will never get you what you want, the money, the impact, the freedom, whatever. If anything, they might make you a somewhat diluted replica of whoever it is that you're, mimicking or modeling. But probably they will just make you frustrated and confused on why things didn't work out for you, as a business owner. However, if you focused more on who they were being and let that be what you emulated, that might just work, right? Because who they are being is someone who's successful, someone who believes in themselves, someone who takes action, someone who figures shit out, someone who does not take no for an answer when it comes to their business. And so even if they didn't have it figured all out, which they don't, we've already decided that, right? They believe that they are capable of figuring it out. And that's the magic. That's the money. That's the thing that we're looking for, the answer, the secret sauce, whatever. And if you started to be that way too, well, then you're good. You're unstoppable, right? So that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in the past 4.5, 5 years. I cannot possibly know everything. I cannot learn everything first. And if I'm waiting to feel like I'm ready to have it all figured out, then I'll never do anything. But if I can learn to think like a successful person, learn to believe in myself and my abilities to figure shit out, find the answer when I need to, find the support and help when I need it. If I can believe that I'm capable of that, well, then I'm capable of anything, right? And if I believe I'm capable of anything, then I am. Belief is 99% of the battle. I promise you that. If you believe you'll do something, you'll do it. If you believe it won't work, if you believe you're not capable or smart enough or worthy enough, if you believe that the world is out to get you, if you believe that nothing ever works out for you, you won't do it. You won't try. You'll give up immediately. You'll be looking for reasons for things to fail. That's just the truth of it. Successful people aren't smarter, aren't more capable of any of those things. They just believe that they can do it. They believe that they can figure stuff out. And they have time and time again. So maybe, externally, you looking at them, it seems like they're smarter or more capable than you, but they stood right where you are once. And the only difference between you and them is that they decided they could do it. And a lot of us, maybe you right now, still feel a little bit unsure, right? So I share all of that because I've been there too. I've wondered why they get something that I don't. I've wondered if something is wrong with me. I've wondered if I'm just not cut out for this. I've wondered if I should throw in the towel on this business crap. But I've also made a decision. I've made a decision that I am capable. I've made a decision that I am worthy. I've made a decision that I don't need to have it all figured out right now. But I just have to know and believe that I can figure it out when the time comes. And guess what? That's been serving me pretty dang well. And I think it might serve you too. So if you want to model this way of thinking, here you go. And that's what I have for you this episode. That's the first big breakthrough. If you're interested in learning more about your thoughts and beliefs and how to cultivate your own success mindset, I would love to invite you to the Success Mindset Workshop. It's happening on May 13th. In this 90-minute workshop, we're going to dive into your thoughts, we're going to dive into your beliefs, and we're going to dive into a highly effective belief breakthrough formula that will help you let go of any belief that no longer serves you. And that will open up the door to cultivate your successful mindset, right? This is a workshop style session, so be prepared to show up, be prepared to do some work, and in 90 minutes, you'll leave with a whole new belief system wired for success. I hope to see you there. Are you interested in joining us at the Success Mindset Workshop on May 13th? If so, head to caitlinkessler.com/workshop. We'll see you there.